Hey guys, I'm the Casual Prince, and oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, fans of the franchise, do I have a special video for you. So, funny story, today I've been working pretty much all day on another voiceover project, not If I Was Arthur, for those of you who know that series exists. I've not given up on that series, by the way. It's just been put on hold for the moment, just because it's always a lot of work, and it's a different voiceover project that, just to tell you a bit about it, to give you a sneak peek almost, what I've done so far is put my voice in Arthur, but I really never considered what it would be like to put Arthur's voice in other people, and not just Arthur's voice. So you're going to be seeing sometime in the future, in the near future, a voiceover video with Arthur and some other characters' voices being put on top of other people's voices. And what I've done so far, I think it's going to be awesome. But today I have a very special video to bring to you. You're probably confused as to what you're seeing on screen right now. Basically, as you all know, or as you all probably know, actually, hold on. Let's start over, because I don't think I've actually ever told you guys this. At Christmas, I finally was able to track down an English version of the actual Arthur and the Minimoys movie, and Revenge of Malthazar, and War of Two Worlds, all three of them in English, so I own them. And yes, it means I probably could use better footage because I actually have access to the movies. And yes, that probably means I'm an idiot, so you can comment down below that I'm an idiot. Don't actually, please. And yeah, so I was just going through the first Arthur and the Minimoys DVD. I was just getting some footage and some voice lines for the voiceover video I just mentioned, and I just decided to stick the bonus DVD in my computer because I have a special collector's edition of the first movie, and unfortunately it wasn't, well, most of the things, including the titles, weren't in English, so I was just clicking on stuff trying to see if there were any settings where I could change languages, and I found this. These are deleted scenes on a version that is a version of the original movie that has deleted scenes in it. Basically, let me clear that up, because that's probably the most confusing sentence I've ever said on this channel. Basically, as you all know, Arthur and the Invisibles, the 2006 movie in the UK, has a lot of the scenes cut out of it, such as the Arthur and Selenia romance scenes out inside Necropolis and at the end of the movie. The movie that I own, well, I own both of them, but the movie that I got for Christmas is the actual Arthur and the Minimoys movie, with all the scenes included. At least that's what I thought. However, these are deleted scenes that I've never seen. Well, I've seen one of them because I was just randomly clicking and I couldn't believe it. I've watched the first one, but only the first one. And oh my goodness, I'm so excited because these are never before seen, for me at least, deleted scenes. Content for the franchise that I've never seen before, and you don't understand how exciting that is for me. And it's in English, so that's a win-win as well. So I've only watched the first of the deleted scenes. I'll pause after every scene to talk a bit about it. And oh my god, I'm actually shaking with excitement. I'm so excited. And I'm glad to make this video so you can see my first reactions to them. I'm just going to make sure I'm recording real quick. I am indeed recording. I had to do a check. I had to do a check before I started because I did not want to waste this. So, okay. The deleted scenes. Let's do this.
As for you, I'm gonna strangle you!
Daughter, we know just how much you love your people, but your heart is too weighed down with hatred and vengeance.
That's not true, Father. Betamesh was getting on my nerves. I'm sure that if I just calm down for a bit, everything will be just fine.
What would you do if you had the evil man right here in front of you, at your mercy?
I would treat him as he deserves to be treated.
Which would be?
I'd strangle that low-down weasel. I'd tear him.
I'm sorry, Selenia, but you are not ready for this. The sword's powers may only be summoned when wielded by hands seeking justice, not vengeance.
Okay, so that was the one that I'd seen, and can I just say, first of all, how awesome is this that we get to see new scenes that we've all never seen before. Now, I'd like to... Let's have a quick discussion about that scene in particular. Obviously, first of all, I'm absolutely thrilled that these are fully animated and voiced in English. It's absolutely incredible, but enough about my excitement actually seeing these for the first time. That was... For those of you who have read the book, that was actually a direct scene from the book. I'm pretty sure those exact lines are in the book. It's a scene, obviously, when Selenia's just tried to withdraw the Sword of Power and has failed, and obviously her father is saying that her heart is not in the right place. The Sword of Power has a very... You could almost say it's sentient, and it can only be summoned, as the king said, by a pure heart, seeking justice. The legend goes, if I remember correctly, if one day our lands are threatened by an invader, then and only then a pure heart, motivated by the spirit of justice, may remove the sword of 1,000 powers and lead a just battle. And obviously that pure heart is Arthur. And her heart, Selenia's heart, is based around vengeance, not purity and justice. So that was awesome. That's really interesting though, that they were actually... Like, there's a lot of differences in the movie. I'll probably make a video talking about this at some point, but there's a lot of differences even in this version of the movie than there is to the books. Because 2 books make up the first movie. So I'll probably do a video talking about the differences between the books and the movies at some point. But it's really interesting because that scene... There's not a lot of similar lines in the movie that correlates to the book, but this scene was literally exactly the same, which is really interesting. But anyway, on to the next scene. And it just keeps getting better and better. Okay, wow, that was certainly awesome. Now, that's funny because, believe it or not, that sequence with the mirrors and everything, that is the transition that leads into the main menu of this version of the DVD. And I was just talking to my mum the other day about how it's weird that that's a completely animated scene that wasn't used in the movie. Because that was, the way the transition was, that's also exactly what happens in the book. It's weird because again, this is going back to the differences between the books and the movies. In the books, Selenia tries to withdraw the sword before Arthur even gets there. Betamesh leaves Arthur standing still as a human to go and tell everyone, and that scene that we've just seen, where Arthur's eye gets put onto this massive canvas, that actually happens in the books. So that's really interesting. They've taken so much more of an inspiration from the books than I originally thought. So it's obviously clear that that first scene with Arthur arriving in the Minimoy Kingdom, that was going to be completely different and exactly how it was in the books. That's so interesting. So, on to the third scene. I'm loving this. Comment and like down below if you are loving this and it's your first reaction to these as well.
Wake up! That's an order! Take heart! Take charge! Take the pill! Get up!
Come on.
Get up, you great oaf!
Oh god, that was awesome! Wow, so we actually got to see that's an additional part of the fight scene before Arthur withdraws the Sword of Power. We saw Selenia fighting Asaid and showing how badass she is and tactical. Obviously that wasn't a fully animated version of Selenia. That actually looks more like a beta version that is on the side of the DVD case I'm holding right now. I also want to make a video talking about the different versions of the characters, the different versions of Arthur, Selenia and Bedamish throughout the franchise, not just the movies, like from the first development of the books all the way up to the War of Two Worlds. So that'll be another video I make at some point. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited about seeing this. And Mogoth, he ate Asaid, and at least now we know we have some canon information that Sage now are able to walk without their upper halves. Ugh, that's creepy. Right, on to scene 4, and we're not even halfway through. I'm so excited. Oh, the shower scene!
Wow, can you drink that?
Yes, but I wouldn't pick that one if I were you.
Why not?
Because that's a ripe one.
You got burned just like a rookie.
Help me, I'm stuck.
Of course I'll help you. Watch this. One little dewdrop at the break of day was born. Rolled down the hillside and so she was forlorn. So she took her leave, science went home. Oh boy, am I hungry.
We'll eat later. We need to cover some distance before it gets too hot.
My knife. My knife's been stolen.
Good news, as far as I'm concerned. Now you won't be able to hurt anybody.
Wow, that was the best one so far. Now, when it gets to this point in the movie's events, my exact remembrance, if you will, of the books is sort of vague. Like, I'm sure that I'm trying to think. Like obviously I'm doing the reading series on the channel, but I haven't. It's only the second time. The reading series is only the second time I've read the book. I'm pretty sure that does happen. Arthur gets stuck in a water droplet, and they have to get him out. But oh my god, it's so amazing to see all of these scenes that are fully animated and fully voiced. It's just incredible. And the whole thing about the knife being stolen, spoilers for the books, that does actually happen in the books, and it turns out it's Kula Masai that steals it, and given that that's a deleted scene, one of the future ones we're gonna see in a minute will probably be better fighting the Kula Masai for the knife. So, yeah, deleted scene 5, let's go.
Beautiful, just like the weather. We gon' be together like Jack and Dexter. We could do whatever.
You know, do something.
What do you want me to do about it? You'll be 1,000 in 2 days. My knife.
What did I say?
That deep a piece of my mind. That's my knife, mine. It was a birthday present.
Hey, take it easy. Suppose I maybe just happen to have the same knife as you.
No way. It's mine. I'd recognize it anywhere. How does this thing work? Just press there. It'll release the laser saber.
Really? Hey, that's a lot, kid.
Oops, sorry. My mistake.
Well, I called it. That actually, again, I'm in awe of how similar the movie would be to the book if they included all of these scenes. Like I said, the movie is quite different from the books in certain aspects, but obviously, if they'd included all these scenes, it would be a lot more similar to the books. Now, it just made me think, there's a particular scene in the second book, which is the latter part of the first movie, that was completely different to anything seen in the movie, and I swear on my life, if there is a deleted scene for it, I will be over the moon. I'll be fine if there isn't, but if there is a deleted scene for the scene I'm thinking of, then I will be so happy. Number 6. Let's do this.
Oh, you better ask Arthur about that. Arthur?
Well, I got married.
Already? But how old are you?
Almost 1,000 years.
Yes, of course. And who is the lucky lady?
Princess Selenia.
I couldn't wish for a more delightful granddaughter-in-law. Congratulations, you are going to be king one day, my boy. King Arthur.
A king locked up in prison isn't much of a king. Grandpa, we have to get out of here.
Yes, you're right. Get out of here. And your grandmother? How is your grandmother?
She's good, but she misses you a lot.
Of course. And the house and garden? Is she taking good care of them?
Yes, but if we don't return with the treasure before noon, there won't be any house or garden to take care of.
You're right, son, obviously. And the garage. I hope you haven't made a mess in there, huh?
Grandfather, are you listening to me at all?
Yes, son, of course I'm listening to you. But, you know, the reality of the situation is... no one has ever escaped from the prisons of Necro.
We'll see about that. Now, do you know where the treasure's hidden?
Yes, it's in M's throne room. He's sitting right on top of it.
Not for long he isn't, believe me. Selenia has got to deal with him, and knowing her, there won't be much left of that evil Malthazar.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it here. Those are the fully animated deleted scenes from the first movie, and oh my god, how amazing was that. I would like to thank you for joining me on this video, but first of all, let's talk about that last scene. It's disappointing that the one I was thinking of didn't get a deleted scene, but again, once again, that scene was from the books. Archibald and Arthur have a discussion about Arthur being married to Selenia, and that's another scene from the books. So yeah, oh my goodness. Now, I'd like to thank you all for joining me on this video. I wasn't planning on making a video today, but when I found out that this was a thing, I just had to do it. I just had to make it, and I just had to bring this to you guys. This is a big deal. These are probably, for the most of you, unseen deleted scenes that are fully animated, and that's something really special, especially to me. So, comment down below if you've read the books, if you haven't read the books, and which one of these was your favourite. Me, personally, would probably be the water droplet scene, because it had all three of our characters. But it's just been amazing to watch these for the first time, and I had no idea that these existed. So, thanks for joining me on this amazing and unexpected video, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Goodbye, everyone.